What is up, guys? It's Will from MTG Knowledge. We're here with Joe Horton Jr. It's the Junior. And tell them what you're profiling.
Alright, this is a Modern Naya Burn Deck. We got 12 creatures, pretty stock creatures. We got Swiss Spears, Eidolons, Goblin Guides. Goblin Guide, you don't really care if they draw cards, because by the time they're able to play all the lands that they get off of it, doesn't matter, they're already dead. Swiss Spear, you got a bunch of spells, triggers prowess nicely, it's like a 2/3 every turn. Eidolon deals a bunch of damage to your opponent. Whenever they cast spells, you don't care about the damage because they're not racing you very often, unless it's the mirror.
Right to the spells.
To the spells. Alright, we got Lightning Bolt. Pretty stock burn card. Why not play Lightning Bolt? It's great. Lava Spike, 3 to the face, 1 mana. Triggers prowess and Swiss Spear.
Why not these foil?
I don't know. Getting the hard stuff out of the way first. Rift Volt's pretty bad card. Pretty bad card in general, but you gotta have this extra burn spells. Burst Charm's great. You rarely use the other modes, but mostly it's 4 damage to your opponent. Sometimes you give double strike, but only if they have like a ley line. Lightning Helix, 3 damage, you gain 3, influences the damage race. It's another burn spell, 2 mana. Skullcrack, 2 Skullcrack effects in the main. Well, there's 6 total, but 2 Skullcracks actual. They play Siege Rhino, Kitchen Finks, a lot of good main deck cards that gain life. You don't want them to gain life. Tarkus commands, more Skullcrack effects. Sometimes you pump your creatures up if you have 3 of them. Searing Glaze, kill a creature, deal 3 to your opponent if you play a land. Hold up your fetches, trigger landfall later in the game.
These are basically more Skullcracks, basically.
Yeah, sometimes they're more Skullcracks. Sometimes you just kill them on turn 3 with it.
So, before you get to the lands, why not the, you were playing originally the 1 green drop?
Wild Nikado.
Wild Nikado, why
So,
not?
a lot of times you top deck that in the late game. It's not very good against Bant Eldrazi, not very good against Death Shadow, and when you top deck it in the late game, it feels really bad. You just would rather have it be a burn spell, so I ended up cutting it.
Okay. And then, alright, so he's gonna lay it out. There you go. Alright, now show those lands.
Now we got the lands.
He
Just
balling.
like
Young and balling, ladies.
11 red fetches.
Where the
Pretty
Tarns
stock.
at?
Not here. Don't need those.
Now, for people who, okay, the Arid Mesas, can you replace, I know you need these for your, your red, your mountain. People can afford this. Can they play Windswept Heath, since you searches out your Stomping Grounds and your Sacred Foundries? Is that an option?
It's an option. It's just suboptimal because you're not going to be able to fetch your mountains, your basic mountains, obviously.
But with Path being probably the best removal spell, do you think if a budget player wanted to play this budget, you could play it with the Windswept Heath?
You could definitely play Windswept Heath, yeah. It's just like suboptimal. Sometimes it'll matter. But a lot of times, if you draw multiple fetches, you can just use your Windswept first to get the Shocklands.
We gotta feed kids.
Shocklands, 3 Stomping Grounds, or two Stomping Grounds, 3 Sacred Foundries. Pretty stock. We have a lot less green cards than we do red cards. Or white cards, rather. 2 Mountains, Path to Exile, sometimes you don't want to take damage. Carpeline Gorge and an Inspiring Vantage, because sometimes you just don't want to take damage early in the game.
Do you want to show the sideboard? Is that...
Sideboard?
Just because, some people don't really know what the side show is. Lay them out and show us what
Sideboard, we have 2 Carriers of Expertise. It's really good against Bant Eldrazi, really good against Death Shadow. If you're at 13 or above, it kills the Death Shadow. If you're lower, then you just get to hit him with your Death Shadow. Path to Exile, good against those 2 decks as well. Good against a lot of other decks when you want to get Haymaker off the board, like Kitchen Finks. Siege Rhino, maybe. Deflecting Palm, Infect, Affinity, deal a bunch of damage to your opponent. Boggles even, doesn't target. Core Firewalker, almost strictly for the mirror, because they can't beat the card unless they have Path to Exile. A lot of people don't board it in. 2 more Skullcracks. Life gain, like Abzan Company plays 4. Kitchen Finks, Jund and Abzan mid-range play a lot of life gain effects in their sideboard. Then we have 3 Destructive Revelries. Destructive Revelry, great against Affinity, great against Lantern Control, great against Ley Line of Sanctity. Deals 2 damage to the opponent. Yeah, and then I only have 13 cards here. The last 2 are basically just flex slots. They can be whatever you want to metagame for.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
How do you like the deck?
It's great. Never lost me down.
Kiki Cord, which is better? I know you also have that deck.
Kiki Cord's not better. It's too clunky.
Too clunky? Anyone, so what do you say to like people playing this deck as beginners? Because people say this is more, that beginner's deck, pick up burn if you have a chance.
Learn sequencing. Sequencing's the hardest part of the deck. That's all you really got to master, you know. Sometimes you just get those elementary draws where you go double creature, triple creature, lava spike you out of the game. Yeah, but a lot of times you're gonna end up having to figure out how to sequence your spells. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to top deck on a burn spell. Sometimes you don't have a choice, but ideally you don't want to have to top deck a burn spell. But that's basically it.
Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, play the deck. Best deck tomorrow.
Alright, young Pro Tour youngling over here. Alright, so this is Joe Horton Jr. Make sure I don't say senior. Junior with his Modern Burn Deck. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become part of the crew. We'll see you guys later.